Trying to create a pull list for next week? Don't worry, guys. I got you covered. Hey, comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, yes, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to bring you the top 10 most anticipated comic books of the week. And this is for November 6th, 2019. Holy crap, where has the year have gone, right? It's totally insane. Anyway, this series is made, so hopefully you guys can make decisions on what comic books to buy for next week. That's right, guys. It's never too early to start putting together that pull list. So I'm going to give you my top 10. So anytime, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell so you don't miss any content from me. Again, that like takes this video a very far way. So thank you so much, guys, in advance. So with that said, let's jump into this week's hot seat book. Like usual, this is the book where, you know, at this point, I'm still on the fence. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to buy it or not. Or maybe after reading it, I'll actually drop it. So this week's hot seat book goes to Legion Issue 1. Or Legion of Superheroes Issue 1. Sorry about that. So we had a 2-issue introductory to Legion of Superheroes, and I hated that first issue. Like, I wanted nothing to do with it. I was like, oh my god, I'm not reading issue 2. So, based off of those 2 issues, now we're going to get the launch of, I guess, the ongoing series of this. And so, I'm not too excited about it. Looking at the main cover, I'm not even a fan of that artwork. And so, I was just like, ugh. But I might give it a try because it's a new number 1. It's probably a book a lot of people are going to be looking forward to. And I kind of want to let people know if it sucks or not when it does come out on my live show. So, yeah, this book is $3.99. It's 32 pages. Again, Brian Michael Bendis writes it. It's another freaking title that he's writing. You know, all eggs are in one basket when it comes to DC, I feel, with Brian Michael Bendis. And I don't know. It's said that this is the most ambitious mainstream comic ever created. We'll have to wait and see. So this is the hot seat book. Again, we'll see what happens with it. Alright, so let's get into this top 10 officially now. And my number 10 most anticipated comic, and you guys will be surprised at this, but there wasn't that many books that I'm like looking at that I was like, man, I'm really excited about this week. But at this time it's going to City of Bane. Batman issue 2, City of Bane. This is part 8 of the series, guys. And in the last issue, we had Thomas Wayne, which looks like he kicked the entire Bat family's ass. And at the end, he's just like going to get some tea. But right now, we have John Romita Jr. doing the artwork. Not a fan of that. This series or this story arc continues to drag on. And you're just like, oh my god. This whole plan with Batman has been like, you know, it's been a plan this whole time. Even him going to the beach with Catwoman and doing whatever with her and stuff like that. And so this is number 10 because it's pretty low on the list, but I want to see how this ends. Like, I really am curious to see what happens. And here it says, with part 8, we could have another death in the family, and can Dark Knight break Bane's iron grip over Gotham City? So can Batman win at the end of the day? Yes, because what would happen, right? Batman wouldn't go on. So, of course, he's going to win. But what consequences are going to suffer because of this event? What's going to happen? Is Alfred truly dead? Is someone else going to die? I guess we'll just have to wait and see what Tom King does with this particular issue. What do you guys think of Batman right now? All right. So, next, coming in at number 9, we have Young Justice. This is issue 10. So the breakout star, Naomi, officially joins the team here. In the last issue, we got basically an origin story of Teen Lantern and where she came from, which I wasn't too happy with that as well. She basically has that Lantern gauntlet her origin story very similar to Hal Jordan's. There's nothing really original or different there that makes her stand out besides that she's this smart character like some of the other characters we know that Brian Michael Bendis has written. And of course he's going to stick Naomi in this Young Justice book because he created her and he wants to push her. And if anything, I would love to see Naomi still have her own book. I thought her own book was actually quite good, but now we stick her on the Young Justice team. So we'll see what happens with this one. And yeah, 32 pages, $3.99 here, guys. All right, let's move on to issue 8. Let's move on to spot number 8. And this one goes to an Absolute Carnage tie-in, and this one goes to Weapons Plus issue 1. So my expectations here are not very great, but with a bunch of army soldiers being possessed by the Carnage symbiote, or, you know, I'm like, okay, we'll see what happens. So here's a description that this one says. After one of the pilot missions of the Sim Soldier program, Rex Strickland from the Venom series was given a highly classified mission by Nick Fury himself. Now, we heard about that stuff in Venom and some of the other stuff that that story took place in Venom and whatnot with Rick Strickland. So where exactly did the ancient symbiote known as Grendel come from? So we get more of that backstory. Decades later, Carnage is on a rampage that will connect him to Null, the symbiote god. And only Weapon H can stop him by picking up where Rex left off. So could these be the people that joined Rex Strickland and how they actually got possessed? I guess that's what we're getting at here with this particular story. So this dives deep into the symbiote's mythos, right? And so this seems quite interesting. This could be a good backstory, maybe under the radar here. So this is 40 pages, $4.99. All right, so moving on to that number 7 spot. This one goes to Spawn. This is issue 302. I'm so bad when it comes to Spawn. I really didn't read 298, 299, 300. I read 300, but I didn't read 301. So I'm not sure where we're at, but this officially kicks off a new story arc for the series. So I feel like if this is a point where you want to jump on, this could be the one for you. This is an interesting cover here with Spawn, or the main cover, him holding this this revolver, which I think is pretty cool. And this is known as Hell Hunt Part 1. And so this is in the aftermath of 300 and 301. So like I said, this is a good jumping on point for readers. I'm going to check this one out. We're going to see where it goes. The hunt is on, everybody. Oh yeah, and it's only $2.99. Can't beat that shit, right? I need more $2.99 books. I remember I was complaining about $2.99. I want $2.99 to be every book. All right, next on the list, coming in at number 7, so we're coming in at number 6, is Amazing Spider-Man issue 33. So this dives deeper into the whole Spider-Man 2099 thing, of what's going on in the 2099 universe. In issue 32, we were actually introduced to Miguel O'Hara, where something very wrong has happened to him and his universe. So hopefully this issue dives deeper into everything that's happening here, okay? Again, this book is 32 pages, $3.99. All right, next, coming in at number 5, we have the Immortal Hulk. This is issue 26. Now, the reason why I laugh is because issue 25 was such a, weird and strange issue for a lot of people that have read this series. The dialogue was screwed up. They were in some different world where their narration was weird. They had these babies that came from an egg. A fly was hatched from it. Then a leader shows up and delivers this baby, and it was this being that was from one of those planets, and then you're just like, what the fuck is going on with this book? You're just like, this is taking strange. Immortal Hulk was weird at first. It was like here, right? And now it's just like off the camera. It's just crazy. But this issue looks like it takes place after what happened in 24, where Hulk takes over the Shadow Base, the underground fortress where he took it over from Abomination. So he has powerful allies, he's got henchmen, he's got everything he needs to declare war on the human society as we know it. He's the most dangerous man in the world, and Bruce Banner is just getting started. So again, he's in control of this base. Hopefully he uses his supporting cast that Al Ewing has created for him, and we're going to see where this book goes now from here, right? There was this big build-up to issue 25, and I felt like it kind of let some people down, and we're going to see if it picks back up again. So that's why I couldn't put this higher on the list this time around, because that issue 25 kind of disappointed me. All right, so next on the list, we have a new number 1. This comes in at number 4. This is New Mutants issue 1. The Next Generation Claims Their Future. That's right. So we have Illyana now in charge of her New Mutants group. This is the classic New Mutants: Sunspot, Wolfbane, Mirage, Karma, Magic, and Cypher. They get together with a few friends, Chamber and Mondo, to seek out their missing member and share the good news. A mission that takes them into space alongside of the Star Jammers, which is cool. And we got to see the Star Jammers in the new X-Men book, so we get to see them kind of cross over things now. And so you got to expect maybe the New Mutants might cross over into X-Men as well. So this one could be cool. This one is 40 pages. This is $4.99. Hickman writes this one, so like I said, you can expect crossovers here. Some of the variant covers are absolutely gorgeous in this one, done by Art Germ. There's another one in here that looks really cool with just Illyana on the front cover, just her face. So yeah, this is going to be a highly anticipated book this week. This one didn't fit higher on the list because the New Mutants weren't always a favorite of mine, but I love Illyana, and I think she's cool. All right, so cracking that top 3 now, number 3 this week, it goes to Doctor Doom issue 2. Doctor Doom's been taken prisoner of the world itself. They framed him. Someone framed him for destroying this environmental project that was happening on the moon to save the Earth's global warming, right? And so Doctor Doom tries to surrender himself, but it basically failed. So now they're going to take him prison. Who's going to rule over Latveria, right? And it looks like for a very interesting series. The way it was written, I thought it was really well done and hit Doom on the head perfectly. And I can't wait to see what happens with this particular issue. Really cool main cover as Doom is like crossing his arms, and he ain't gonna take any shit from anybody though. So really cool. It's just an awesome book. Hopefully you guys decide to pick this one up. If you haven't picked up issue 1 yet, it might be still on the stands. So, yep, this is issue 2. All right. Again, 32 pages for that book, $3.99. All right. So coming in at number 2 this week, this one goes to another number 1. This goes to another X title, and this is XForce. This is issue 1. Now, I'm more excited about this one because I like the roster a bit better on this one, okay? The cost of the future isn't cheap. This book is $40 and $4.99. It should say the cost of this comic is not very cheap. But X-Force is the CIA of the mutant world on half intelligence branch. One half special ops, which consists of Beast, Jean Grey, Sage on one side. Then you have Wolverine, Kid Omega, and Domino on the other. In a perfect world, there would be no need for an X-Force. We're not there yet. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. Always been a huge X-Force fan. I always hope for the title to come back and just be great. And sometimes it's just not that good. But again, I like the roster. I love that Jean Grey, Domino's in his, Wolverine's in here as well. So these characters really stand out for me. And I'm hoping that this book could be a great one. All right, but what's number 1? If it's not the X titles and if it's not Immortal Hulk, well, number 1 this week on this list, can't talk, is an Image title, and this one is Undiscovered Country. This is issue 1, and this one is written by Scott Snyder and Charles Soule, and Giuseppe Comicoli does the artwork in this particular book. Now, Undiscovered Country is a 40-page comic for $3.99, and this is kind of got that apocalyptic feel to it. But when Scott Snyder's on board, man, you gotta expect for a long run here, right? And I feel like this could be a really highly anticipated book after you read issue 1. All right, here's a description. In this special oversized first issue, readers will journey into the near future and in an unknown nation that was once the United States of America, a land that's become shrouded in mystery after walling itself from the rest of the world without any explanation. Over 30 years ago, when a team is seeking a cure for a global pandemic breaches U.S. borders, they quickly find themselves in a struggle to survive the strange and deadly lost continent. This sounds pretty cool. So we have no reason why they put up this wall. Sounds like this Donald Trump thing, right? And something very bad has happened. It's been 30 years, and now there's this global pandemic happening. I cannot wait to read this. This is right up my alley. You know, I'll have the Walking Dead shirt on. I'm hoping this is kind of like the next Walking Dead, where you just develop all these great characters and you have this different type of species or end of the world scenario. I feel like it could be really well written when Scott Snyder's on board. I just hope it's not boring and it's not too drawn out. There needs to be some good action in this book and great character development. So that's my number 1 most anticipated comic of the week. So, guys, in the comments below, now it's your turn. I want to hear what your top 10, top 5, top 3, or maybe just your most anticipated comic of the week is. And fans, at any time, if you like this video, like I said, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that content so you don't miss any stuff from me, guys. And until that next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off, and you've been watching Comic Book Corner 2.0. Take care, fans.